I don't want to go on a point till we get our heads together, man.
Here, let me
stop that until we get our heads together.
Here, let me ask you this. Let me ask
Here's some stuff that I've written down that I want to forward to you, then we can reflect it back.
Okay, sure.
You dig what I'm saying?
Sure.
Crime factories are buying and selling crime.
What is a crime factory?
A crime factory is this fucking thing. Here, this is a crime. This is where we create our crime. This is a crime factory. For jobs and profit. We can stop the crime.
How?
By stop buying and selling it. If as long as we're selling it, it's going to be there.
What about, let me ask you this question. How do you stay in touch with the world outside the prison to know this?
I'm thinking the world outside the prison. The judge represents me. I stand in the courtroom. The judge represents me. The lawyer represents me. The attorney general represents me. They represent me. The whole thing represents me.
Why are there 20,000 murders a year now?
Because you're selling it. You're buying it and selling it.
Be a little more specific.
Well, when you take it, you put up an image, you put this image up, and you say, here, kids, don't be like that. Don't take them red pills, kids. They didn't know there was red pills. Until you said, no, you can say no. You can say no. You can't say no. I didn't know I could say yes. In other words, you're projecting the thought.
That's not a bad point.
You're projecting the thought. When the DA jumps up and says, hey, this guy did so and so and so forth, and he's booby bob, and that's what that makes me into. That's not what I am, man. That's not me. That's what these fucking ignorant assholes need me to be. He needs me to be violent because he needs his ass kicked. He's begging somebody to kill him. So he needs me to be a killer. Because he wants to die and go to heaven and be with Jesus. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't respond to it. I just shine it on, put it on another world, man. It doesn't exist. In the planet I live on.
What planet is that?
The one that I live on.
Do you think that this world, San Quentin, has any relation to the world outside?
This world, San Quentin, is where all the children of God are. This is where you keep all your children that you don't want. The ones that you get to carry the heavy load.
You know where you constitutionally have thing going on with that.
I just talk natural on the loud
Charlie,
anyway, man.
it's just me and
I
you.
told you, see, nothing I do is right, man.
It's all right.
Unless I stay in a cell. They crowd me and I got this little space. My life is bigger than this little space. I live in the desert. I live in the mountains, man. I'm big. My mind is big. But everybody's trying to crowd me down and push me down and make me into all these little things that they need me to be. And that's not me at all, man. That's not me. I killed nobody. I broke no law.
You broke no law?
I broke no law. I didn't even get to put on a defense, man.
But Charlie, you were in prison half your life.
So what?
Why?
I didn't have no parents. When you don't have any parents, you got nobody, there's no place I'm going to take you off the street and throw you somewhere. I've been in here since I was 9 years old.
I know.
Yeah. Because I didn't have any parents.
But then why did you start taking other people's property? Why did you start messing with other people's space?
I reflect the will of God, son. You can have anything I got.
What God is that, Charlie?
Yeah, the will of God. Whatever you want to call it, that up, down, down. You call it Jesus, call it Muhammad, call it boogie box, call it nuclear mine, call it blow the world up, call it your heart, call it whatever you want to call it. It's still music to me. It's there. It's the will of life.
Why are 20,000 Americans being killed every year, Charlie?
Because the district attorneys are selling your blood, man.
I don't understand that.
The way you go to court, they need a conviction. They need criminals, man. They need people to lock up in cages. If they didn't have people to lock up in cages, man, they wouldn't be able to sell more fear to the public. And they sell more fear to the public, and all the old women, they love to buy that fear. They just lay back and watch that fear and read them detective magazines.
What makes the knifer knife, the shooter shoot?
Society, the reflections of a child.
But what about the responsibility of the person who's doing it?
What person is doing it?
Susan Atkins?
Susan Atkins is only doing what the society raised her up to do.
Wasn't she only doing what you raised her up to do?
No, come on. You set a baby in the cradle and you go, he's just no more, he's no more younger or older than I am. He's just a baby in the cradle. You tell him, baby, won't you light my fire? Baby, won't you light my fire? And then the kid grows up, and what's he start doing? He starts lighting fire. You say, no good kid, firebug. You throw him in reform school. And then you come up and tell him, go out there doing them burglaries. You're no good. Get up against that wall and shine a light, scare him up, held him up against the wall, and shake him down. Say, we know you're out here doing these burglaries. And then these guys are practicing all this macho John Wayne trip, you dig? And then the kid goes, woo, and he runs off and does whatever they're programming to do. See, there's a reverse side of everything, too. There's a positive and a negative. You come over like, I was listening to that.
Is there any positive side to Charlie Manson?
Positive what? Oh, come on, man. You didn't complete the other thought. Positive to Charlie Manson. I'm both, negative and positive.
Are you good and evil?
I'm everything.
You're evil?
I'm everything, man.
Tell me about the evil.
I'm as whatever I have to be to survive.
Would you do anything to survive?
Well, what? I'm a human being.
Do all human beings do anything to survive?
Survival takes precedent over programming. You get to the point of survival and your programming goes, and it's gone.
How's your programming, Charlie?
I get nothing in my head. I quit thinking in 1952.
Why'd you put that on your forehead? That's what's there.
Because we're all locked in the Second World War. And I can't get free until we unlock the Second World War. I've been in jail since 1943.
What year were you born?
34.
9 years old?
Yeah.
What was the first bus for?
The first place?
The first bus.
My mother got out of jail. My mother got out of the joint and put me in with the monks. In with the Catholic monks, the brother monks. They're in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Yeah? They treat you bad?
No, they treated me like they treat all the other kids. But I seen them as a bunch of old women. So I ran off from there. I escaped out of the hood. Got out of that hood and went on. Went to Chicago. Got into juvenile hall. Look here.
Tell me.
What?
Tell me, what do you want?
There's some other things I wanted to relate to you, man.
Can I ask you some questions about your life, and then you can tell me anything you want to?
My life is not important, man.
I want to know about your life here.
My life here is just sitting in a cell.
How you treated here?
I'm treated here differently on different levels. The first level is pretty good. The younger men they got a lot of respect. The fat ones and the ones that hide around the corner, they're sloppy and they lie and they're incompetent. But there's a lot of good ones. It's like any other place, man. There's good and there's bad.
You seem to abuse the correction officers, though.
I do. I get off on them something terrible, and they get off on me something terrible. I've had my teeth knocked out.
But don't you make your life miserable by being that humble?
Man, I don't know what misery is. What the hell ever misery? That's weakness. I ain't got no misery in me.
Got any
I
friends
live
here?
in paradise, man.
Got any friends?
Everybody's my friend. I got no enemies. I got no enemies that I know of.
Oh, didn't someone
Not
try to
alive,
kill you
anyway.
a couple of years ago?
Huh?
What do you mean, not alive?
I don't think I've got any alive.
What happened
Not that I know of.
What happened to them?
I don't know whatever happens to them. They're not in harmony with themselves, man.
So they weren't in harmony with themselves?
I'm the man in the mirror, guy.
I know, man.
You know, if you like me, I like you. If you don't like me, I don't like you. You swing at me, I'll swing back. You dig? You cut at me, I'll cut you. You know, whatever you point to me, I'll give back to you.
But it's more than that, though, isn't it, Charlie?
Well, sure, I'm in harmony with God. That's just a word. We don't, we use the word God.
Or the devil.
Oh, the devil, yeah, you could use the word devil or demons or whatever you want to call it.
Mostly the devil in your world, eh, Charlie?
Well, okay, I'll play. There's no game I can't play.
If
There's
people
no
say
game I haven't played.
You are the devil here.
Okay, I'll be the devil then.
You like that?
I don't like or dislike nothing. I see everything as it is. I like it when I come.
You do a lot of that
I
here?
get my nuts off, and then
do a lot of that
okay, Other than that, I'm just here.
You got a lot of that going on? What's going on in your life here, Charlie?
What?
What's going on in your life here?
I told you.
Tell the people, what's your world like? Tell me what your day is like here.
I don't have a day. I just live in one day. I go out in the desert and I walk around. I got some power wagons out there.
You leave your body, you go walking?
Oh yeah. I'm cutting the water off for L.A.
Why are you doing that?
Because
you don't like L.A.
They've been lying. See, here's the thing, New York.
What's that?
It's all right. I can understand the game, and I can't blame you for doing what I would do. And I'm most done. I've done just about everything.
I heard that.
So I got no judgments. You dig what I'm saying? But when you get to stepping over on my toes and breaking my legs, you dig what I'm saying? I say, okay, you broke a couple of my legs.
You like this street talk, Charlie. I know that. You like this street stuff.
I am the street.
When's the last time you talked to a street
I am
guy?
the street, man.
No,
Can't you understand that?
I'm the street, Charlie.
I know, you are. I took you 3 times before we went through the thing, man.
You can't say, what was that after?
As soon as they took the handcuffs off, I had everybody in here.
With what?
Implied agreement.
Charlie,
maybe the master in
Charlie, you tell me.
Maybe the
Help me understand something.
Maybe the
Help me
master.
understand something, Charlie. Why do people murder? Why did those girls murder for you? Why did Tex
They didn't murder for
you?
me.
You told them to.
No. Come back, DA. Come back. That's not